This program is a production of the Panoply Network, a subsidiary of Pizza Plea Media.
Welcome to Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's, the investigative journalism program where I ask the question, whatever happened to the pizza at McDonald's? I'm your host, Brian Thompson. One of the many downsides of living in a New York City apartment, aside from landlord troubles involving insufficiently disposed of pizza boxes and unwritten prohibitions against burning Ouija boards, is that there is very little space to set up an advanced security system to protect my secrets, my valuables, and my valuable secrets. The power requirements for a standard laser grid-based alarm mechanism would likely tax the limited resources of my building's ancient electrical wiring. I could have all the residents here sign a standard waiver stating it is acceptable in the pursuit of journalism to tolerate multiple daily brownouts, but I am afraid my pen has run out of ink. So, I took to the internet to browse the apartment therapy website for information related to the best booby traps to purchase for a small space, and I came across some interesting information related to the McDonald's Corporation. On a news outlet called The Messenger, I discovered an article entitled, "Why Your Big Mac is Making a Bigger Dent in Your Wallet." I was immediately intrigued, since of the many places on my person I have thought to stow a Big Mac, my wallet had never come to mind. But it turns out this headline was using figurative language. The metaphorical dent to which it makes reference is a loss of cash money, caused by the Big Mac's recent increase in price. Since the beginning of this year, McDonald's has raised menu prices by an average of 10%, blaming causes such as the inflated cost of ingredients and the demands of employees to be paid a wage commensurate with their status as living human beings. I am reluctant to help McDonald's with this problem for two reasons. One is that as a journalist, ethics require me to maintain a clear separation between myself and the company whose dealings I regularly journal. Another is that the current price of McDonald's food is somewhat irrelevant to me, as lately I have been consuming very little of it. To ensure the shapeliness of my figure, I have been on a strict seafood diet. When I see food, I eat it, but only if it is seafood. However, in addition to being a journalist, I am also an activist. Specifically when it comes to the matter of McDonald's pizza, I admit my personal bias toward its eventual return, and have engaged in various schemes to transmogrify this fantasy into reality. And I believe I may have a solution to McDonald's money problems that might give me the leverage to effect pizza's reinstatement. One staple ingredient the McDonald's Corporation calls out as being particularly expensive is the beef used to make one of the company's more popular products, the hamburger sandwich. I can do nothing about the cost of beef, as I know very little about the industry, other than the fact that ground beef comes from cows with no legs. But I do know something about another key ingredient of McDonald's hamburgers: sawdust. It is an open secret within the restaurant industry that sawdust makes an excellent filler ingredient. It acts as a very effective binding agent, and it has almost no wood flavor as long as it has been adequately soaked in the liquefied flesh of whatever animal it is meant to taste like. Also, it is hypoallergenic and causes very few digestive problems not solved by a standard biweekly enema routine. I do not know where McDonald's sources its sawdust, but I suspect they are paying far more than they could be. Many of the company's supplier agreements are the result of so-called sweetheart deals forged decades ago and do not reflect the rates they could be getting from a competitive bid. If I were to start my own discount sawdust supply business and sell to McDonald's at a price so low they could not refuse, I could potentially ingratiate myself to the company in such a way that I might influence future decision making. Once they become hooked on my discount sawdust, I could, for example, threaten to raise my dust prices if they do not bring a certain discontinued item back to their menu. You are most likely wondering how I might be able to become a sawdust supplier without having my own supply of sawdust to supply. Thankfully, I have some options.
Sterling, can I help you?
You cut off a bit when you answered the phone. I'm sorry. I'm looking.
Sterling, how can I help you?
Oh, Sterling. Okay, great. You have janitorial supplies, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Do you have any of that sawdust that janitors use to clean up vomit in a public school?
I'm not sure what we have in stock. Let me check. Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
It's the kits, right?
I'm sorry?
We have the kits in stock. We have them in stock, the kits.
The kit, what does the
Do you
kit
have an
include?
account with us? It's for one spill.
Oh, just one spill. So it's just, what does it include? Just sawdust?
Yes.
Okay. I do not have an account, but do you know if that sawdust is food grade?
I don't know. I have to call you back and find out. I could call you back.
Okay, great.
Okay, what's your phone number?
3 8.
And your name?
Brian Thompson. Brian with one I.
Okay, let me check with purchasing and I'll call you back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye. She did not call me back.
Thanks for calling the Long Island City Home Depot. This call may be recorded. Tell me how I can help. You can say things like check product availability or what's my order status.
I was just calling to, I guess, be connected with someone in the lumber department. I was wondering if you had any surplus sawdust I could sweep up at the end of the day and take home for my own personal use.
For additional help, please say speak to someone.
Speak to someone?
I'll connect you with someone who can help.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Please wait while we transfer your call to the next available representative.
Certainly.
Thank you for calling Home Depot. David speaking.
Hello, my name is Brian Thompson. I was in Home Depot the other night looking for some booby trap supplies for my own home security, and I happened to notice in the lumber department there was a lot of sawdust on the floor. I was wondering, would it be possible for me to come in and collect some of the excess sawdust at the end of the day, or do you do something with that?
No, if you want to come take some, come take some.
Okay, great. So I could just bring in maybe a broom and a dustpan or something like that?
Yeah, however you want to collect, I'll probably my manager and let him know what's happening.
Okay, great.
What time you coming?
Well, is there a particular day of the week that there's more or less sawdust on the floor? Do you know?
It really depends on who's here. That makes any sense. Like, some people clean a little bit better than others. So, yeah, I can't really give you, like, a definitive.
Oh, so you have somebody who comes in and cleans it up every day already?
No, my associates clean it.
Oh, okay. So the employees at the Home Depot do clean it. Well, actually, that might.
If you want to come and take some.
Sure. After they clean it up, do they put it in a separate bag from everything else? See, I think it needs to be food grade because it's going to be used as a food additive, so it doesn't need to be very dirty. But if they collect it and they put it in a separate bag from other trash, I think that would work.
They keep it in a wet dry vacuum, effectively, and then bag it up eventually when our wet dry vacuum gets full.
Oh, in a wet dry vacuum. So it could potentially be sucking up other things too, contaminants, etc.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Do you have any equipment for cleaning sawdust? For sale, I mean?
In store, no. Online, yes.
Oh, really? A sawdust cleaner?
Let's see. I would think so. I can double check for you. 1 second, my phone is messed up.
Oh, okay, no problem. You sound great to me.
But I couldn't hear you. It just blanked out completely.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's not you. It's just the phone. Come on. Okay. No, all I have. No, sir. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
No, online, all I physically have is actual more like wet dry vacs.
Oh, just the vacuums. So no,
That's everything. Yeah.
no cleaning machines.
No
Okay.
like filters or anything like that. Yeah, no, sir.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can procure a sawdust cleaning machine from somewhere else. If I can, I will certainly be interested in collecting the sawdust at the end of the day. But I will give you a call back if that's the case.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much for your candor.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, goodbye. Do you know what happened to pizza at McDonald's? Do you remember it? Please send all correspondence to pizza@mcdonalds@gmail.com. To support the show, please join my Patreon at patreon.com/pizza@mcd's for exclusive benefits. And for more information, including links to social media, merchandise opportunities, etc., visit pizza@mcdonalds.com. Thank you to my invaluable Patreon producers: Trisha Yates, Adam Crump, Dan Dreyer, Bipolar Biped, Grant Bacon, Jacob Ford, Joe Kajik, Kimberly King, Kyle Tarak, Thomas Young, Pam Gabriel, Polly Egan, Will, Andrew Duffy, Andrew Ahmed Rubin, Billy Jean, Brad Allen Thompson, Gerald Lewis, Jay Poop, Calvin Thomas, Can You Fly Bobby, Laurel Paul, Mel, Mitchell Kordick, Opus Moreski, Paul Fu, and Ryan Guggenmoss. I'm Brian Thompson, investigative journalist.